on the go live. All right.
Hey.
All right, here we go. Peace.
What up?
What's going on, family? Peace, everybody. Welcome to another Substantial Sundays, and unfortunately, the last Substantial Sundays. Good to see y'all, fellas. You know what I mean?
What's going on?
See y'all too, as always.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, man, it's weird, right? Like, we got this whole different setup. You know what I mean? We ain't in the same physical space, but yeah, man, I don't know, son. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm just happy to be with y'all regardless. And happy Kwanzaa, by the way.
Yeah, happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah, man. Coochie Jackalia like a mug.
Merry Christmas.
Like a mug.
All that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know.
So I think we owe everybody an explanation as to why, what we've been working on behind the scenes, and also, let them know like why we're saying it's the last of the Substantial Sundays joints. You know what I mean? And by the way, folks, if you can, make sure you share the link, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, yada, 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 so on and so forth. All right.
Yeah.
So who wants to break the news and all of that? You know what I mean?
I think it's fitting for you to do it, man.
Yeah, I guess no pressure. Thank you.
I can aid in the breakdown of
true,
of the other things, but yeah, I think you should head this off.
Sounds like a plan. So let me share this link real quick. And so, yeah, folks. So what's going on is basically, throughout the pandemic, we have been talking ever since the last show, which was literally back, I think, first week of March, right? And we have been talking this whole time trying to figure out how we would bring the show back. And then so we got some ideas and all of that, and we finally got our setups where we were comfortable with doing this. But then as we started setting things back up, we started talking about like the direction we wanted to move going forward. And if we were going to go forward, how we would do it. And so one of the things that came up is the fact that, even though it's through my YouTube channel at the moment, and it's been called Substantial Sundays because literally I started doing it back in 2016. Yo, that's crazy. 2016, toward the end of the year, I started doing this. So it's been almost exactly 4 years since I started it. And but yes, it's changed a lot since then. It's not just my show, it's our show. So so a name change and a new direction seemed fitting. And so technically this is the last Substantial Sundays, but this is not the last time you'll see us three doing exactly what we do on Substantial Sundays. So
a new beginning.
Yes, to new beginnings. I do not have, wait a minute, I do have a beverage. It is non-alcoholic, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? To new beginnings. All right. So on that note,
y'all should have told me. I would have whipped up a few drinks over this joint. Stop playing.
Man, you at home, man. We can't tell you what to do in your house.
Yeah, right.
I mean, true, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't thought you was roasting. I'd have prepared a speech.
Right. But yeah, man. So Sherm, was it definitely you could tell them about the new direction, and James, please chime in. You know what I mean? And after that, we'll shout out all, because the chat is popping right now. We got a lot of love in the chat. It's great to see you all up in here. But Sherm, take it away.
So, like Substantial was saying, we just wanted to make sure going forward that the show was all inclusive. Of course, being that it was called Substantial Sundays, it's about Substantial. So, and being that he added 2 other entities to the show, we all just felt it fitting that we change it to something that made it more focused on all 3 of us. So do we want to say the name, or?
Yes.
So we're going with 3 the Odd Way, which is basically just a play on the classic movie 3 the Hard Way. But we're three different individuals, and we have very different perspectives on everything, as you all know. So yeah, three the odd way. So going forward, that's who you check for.
Henceforth.
And forevermore.
Right.
And likewise, we also discussed some format changes for the show. You guys have been used to having us on Sundays for an hour and a half. And quite frankly, we felt a better way to bring you better content was to condense the show and break it up. So we're going to break down the show 3 different days, as well as having was it first Sunday where we get together and do it live?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so during the week, you'll be able to chime in and hear different segments for shorter lengths of time, which we think will be better quality for you all. It means that you can chime in and you can get better replay value. One of the things we did see is that our views increased on the last video we did when we were out hiking. The views on that were extremely well. And we think that one of the reasons why it went so well is because it was a lot shorter. You know what I mean? So we got in, got out. You'll see more of that, but it'll open up to more content as well.
For sure. Definitely. And so, yeah, man. So definitely, we appreciate the fact that after all this time, so many of y'all showed back up, to rock with us. And it's dope to see the comments, people saying they missed it. And they're happy to see us back. It's dope. Like a lot of folks showing love right now. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Luna Bunny, good to see you up in here. Avis, what up? Of course, Johnny is back with his mighty wrench.
In the place.
Yeah, Ice Killer's in the place. Tsunami, what up? You know what I mean? Uncrowned
Avis.
Yeah, Uncrowned Otaku. Power Mitts was here for a minute in the very beginning. Man, just so much love in the chat. We appreciate y'all. And we're definitely gonna bring you more content. And yeah, man. So because of the fact that there's a new name, right? Something that y'all need to know right now is the information about where our new location will be online is already in the chat. When you go to the YouTube channel, of course, it is going to be butt ass naked. It's bare bones. There's nothing there yet, but that will change very soon. And but yes, so we need y'all to go over to go in the description at some point in time, either right now or after the video, so you can make sure you follow us or subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, we'll all be promoting that link very soon. And so if you don't do it today, hopefully you get it later. If you already followed Substantial Sundays on Instagram, you may have noticed that it's already changed over to 3 the Odd Way. We also just locked down Twitter, and very soon we are going to have our own Patreon account that'll be launching this week, and hopefully be live before or shortly after our first live show, which technically is next week, fellas. You know what I mean?
I'm with that.
Yeah, go
Somebody's
team.
birthday is coming up too. I mean, the only reason why I like January is because of y'all.
Oh man, we appreciate that.
It still ain't the best month.
Haters gonna hate, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But man, so and real quick, again, happy Kwanzaa to everybody. For those who don't know, today is the second day of Kwanzaa. And so to my brothers, I say Habari Gani, and y'all say
Kujichagulia.
Yeah. Kujichagulia, like
Mumia with the Kujichagulia.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Kujichagulia, that is self-determination. All right. And yeah, man. So we got 5 days left in Kwanzaa, and super excited. You know what I mean? We haven't lit our Kanara today, so like after the show, I got to handle biz with the family.
We got to get on that too. We haven't lit our joint either.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but we're gonna fix that though. I'm talking about, you did. But yeah, fellas. So we are almost 15 minutes into it. So let's go ahead and jump into some things. You know what I mean? So Sherm, you want to set it off, or Cash? What we doing? How we going?
Sure, let's go.
So, all right. So with the music, First of all, I want to say shout out to Rhapsody for winning the I think Artist of the Year, I believe it was. Don't quote me on that, but she won something. I didn't research it, so shoot me. I'm sorry.
You know she won. She won.
Huh?
You just know she won. She won something.
Right.
She won
something, and
right.
I love her. So hey, it don't matter.
Congrats.
Well,
we got a lot going on right now with music, especially jazz, which is my second favorite genre. But first, I want to start off with the releases of Winter Breaks 2 and Steph's song. Oh, Stan, give me Steph's song title.
Oh yeah. Steph's joint is Not Enough.
Not enough. So I need everybody to go check both of these projects out, because what they are the, of course, it's Winter Breaks 2. Please definitely go check out Winter Breaks 1. These are all attempts at changing the narrative for Christmas music, and you all need to check it out. It's real music. It's not the typical fluff. I ain't never had no chestnuts roasting on no open fire. I don't want to hear that. This is where it is. Of course, I love my black classics, but if you want some like dope hip hop, I'm talking about gift wraps. If you just want to listen to it for one track, just please listen to gift wraps. Lord Jesus, please listen to gift wraps. It is bananas. Love both of these projects.
Man, thank you.
Steph's joint, what'd you say it was called again? I'm sorry.
It was Not Enough, I believe it is.
Not Enough.
Yeah, and it features the homie So Soon, and it also features Wink. Yeah, that's her nephew.
This track here is so, oh my God, it's such a soulful track. Like, I would love to talk to Steph and see where she got the energy and what the whole concept is behind the song. But this is it's such a deep, heartfelt song. Like, if you cry, don't feel mad. Don't feel bad about it, because this joint is crazy. I'm talking about from when she says, like, she got, she has her tagline when, it's Steph, y'all. And, on every song, it sounds great. But on this joint, I'm talking about everything just hits different on this crazy song.
Yeah, man, I told her, man, so she gave me the story behind the song, and she played the beat on IG, and that was I think her nephew had heard it first time, like when she played it. And then when he came in town to visit her, he asked her to put the track on. He was like, yo, auntie, play that song, play that beat that you played on IG. And then literally she just put it on loop, and he just started penning it right there. And the crazy thing is she had something completely different written. And then when she heard what he basically came up with on the spot, she went back in and rewrote and changed the whole direction of the song. And and her nephew wanted to spit on it too, because he rhyme as well as sing. But he ended up dipping, and she had been talking about doing some stuff with So Soon for a minute, because we all go back a long time. You know what I mean? Shout out to the days at Cooper Union doing the performances up at that school in NY. And yeah, he just came through and just bodied it, body bags, man. I love his verse on that joint. I love everything about that song. And shout out to Steph for producing the song as well. She did the beat. So yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Steph produced, like, most of this solo stuff that Steph has been putting out, she's produced herself. So, you know what I mean?
And that's what I'm talking about. The track is crazy.
The track is bananas.
Wow.
That was for you, Johnny. Yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to Steph. The whole project is called Christmas at 7222 Volume 2. And it's really dope. I just finished working on a remix for one of the tracks today that I'm about to send her tonight. And yeah, man. Yeah, super dope. What other
22 stand for?
Oh, that's the old address. The address she came up at. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's a dope project. You know, she has a really dope cover on there of a classic Christmas joint called Gee Whiz It's Christmas, as well. That's fire. But yeah, man, salute to Steph. You know, I love you like cook food on a Sunday. Shout out to all the love that's in the chat right now too, man. Folks are talking about winter breaks as well, and talking about what was it? Yeah, they talking about Steph Project too, man. Salute to all of y'all. Thank you. What up, Warpath? That's Mugen, by the way, y'all. Warpath.
Already said what's up. Already said peace to Mugen.
All right, that's what's up. Yeah, right. But yeah, man. So what other music, Sherm? It's been a lot of stuff that's come out over the last few months / year.
Jazz right now is crazy. So I started off with Salam Remy's project. Oh, man, I did not go get any titles to these joints. I am the worst. But Salam Remy just dropped a project. It's fire. It's got Busta on there. The homie, a local homie, and not necessarily a homie, but I know her through affiliation. Mamuna Youssef is bodying this joint. Bodying. I think she's on I know she's on at least 2, maybe 3 tracks. She's on a track with Busta and Black Thought. And if she ain't right there on their ass, boy, I'm talking about great project. That is a dope project. That joint took me to Robert Glasper. He released a joint called Dinner Party and Dinner Party Dessert. Dinner Party is just the jazz version. Dessert has the lyricist on it, and he got this one joint on there. Oh man, yeah, I gotta go back to the project, but he got a joint on there that Ninth Wonder produced, where they flipped this joint and they got a young lady singing on it. It's crazy.
You talking about Black? The project name Black on Purpose.
The Salam Remy joint.
Yep, Salam Remy's Black on Purpose.
Black on Purpose. I just looked it up.
And so the Robert Glasper joint has Snoop. It's got local artist Corday on there doing his always great thing. That dude is, he is really doing his thing as a young artist, man. He is so mature, man. I mean, really, I hate that's such an old head thing to say. I shouldn't even. You're right. Forget that I said that. He's a great artist.
But I mean, it's the truth though. Like he does rap with maturity. Like there's a lot of insight. You know, it's like we say sometimes how like we talk about young people and it's like, yo, you listen to some of them and it feels like they've been here before because they speak with wisdom. You know what I mean?
Definitely wise beyond his years.
Yeah, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's the truth, you know?
Who else is on there? Buddy is on there. I love that song. And then we got, so that joint took me to my favorite joint thus far, Chris Dave and the Drumheads. This project is amazing. It's got Anderson .Paak. Oh man, so many people on this joint, but it's a dope project. Terrace Martin released Policies. Oh man, jazz is crazy right now. Put all of these joints in a playlist. I guarantee you they will not disappoint. Faux show.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. Definitely got to add some stuff in rotation. I told you before the show started, I've been slacking. I've been in creator mode, so I haven't been taking in much music because I've been making so much music. And but yeah, I'm excited for everything you're talking about. I have heard that the Salam Remy joint. You were playing it when we were there for the video shoot. Yeah, that joint is tough. That joint is definitely tough.
Wait till you hear Robert Glasper. Robert Glasper, and the Chris Dave and Terrace Martin. Dude.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're welcome, Cash. That was for you. That was for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was about to bust out, sing this happy birthday for Warpath, aka Mugen. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah. He said, you know, He said it felt real special that it just happened to be his birthday and us bringing the show, man.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
You know what that means, Sherm? He a Capricorn.
Hey,
yeah, Cash.
That's my
Cash.
I don't know if you recognize
yeah, Cash, you outnumbered, B.
You out of here, Cash. We're gonna replace you with Mugen, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What's wrong with your finger, man? What's wrong with your finger?
But yeah, man.
Do I have any more time?
I think you got a few minutes left. You know what I mean, for music. You know what I mean? Yeah, I sent you. Yeah, you know where to check. You know where to check, sir.
Okay, there we go. All right, so last few minutes I'm gonna use for alcohol. So first, we have. This is the only one I've tried so far. So don't ask me about the next one yet. So we have Old Bushead.
Old Bushead.
Old Bushead.
Hey,
man. I just name him.
Let me get one of them old bus heads. Nah, I'm good, bro.
Right.
Good.
So,
yeah, I feel like the response to that should be like, "You talking about Thelma?" You know what I mean? Like, it's it sounds like I'm gonna shut up. All right, go ahead, sir. My bad. We cutting in your time, but go ahead, sir.
You select that one.
Are you gonna let me talk about my beer, man?
I just want to know what made you select that.
I'm about to tell you
that old bus head.
All right, so the reason I selected this peppermint caramel macchiato stout, James. My homeboy Rashad, he had another joint. It wasn't this particular brand, but he had another peppermint stout, and I was like, I don't know, but he said he really enjoyed it, so I picked this joint up. It's really good. Like the peppermint, it's not super pronounced, so it's not like you're drinking a mint beer. Shut your ass up. But it's really good. It's got a lot of notes in it. Like, yeah,
Joe, good. But you tried that old bus head, Joe, yet?
Back in like 98, you know what I'm saying? But I moved on since then. You know what I'm saying?
Nice creamy stout. Pause.
But yeah, man. If y'all aside from the name, try it. It's great. You definitely get the cocoa bean extract and the peppermint. It's a really good look aside from the name. Next is going to be this one. 10W40. I really like that name. And
I use that for my car, bro.
Hey, that's why I liked it.
That's why you like it, because you use it for your car.
Yeah, like that's a pretty interesting name for a beer. Let's see what that's like. Especially it's a German chocolate cupcake. Yeah,
German chocolate. It does sound good.
That does sound good.
Imperial stout brewed with sweet cherries, coconut, vanilla, lactose, and chocolate, and yeah, that's about to be the business.
Yeah, that's it.
Before the show ends.
It sounds better than the can look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the can look kind of bland. I think they was going for the actual oil look.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
If you walk in the AutoZone right now,
I'm like, damn, I'm thirsty.
Yeah,
but
I don't look at that and be like, yeah, let me get that 10W40. I might have to be like, let me get that old bussy.
Neither one of you jokers drink beer anyway.
Hey, yo.
I hate that.
Let me get that bus head. Hey, young. Man, I missed y'all, dog.
This is my last show. Not
oh, Lord. Which one you drinking, though?
This is the old bus head.
Nice. Oh man. So thank you, Sherm. Yeah, That was entertaining, good sir.
It really was, bro. It really was.
Oh man. Yo, so what was it? All right. If you're done, man, I think I'll jump into it because I got a nice little transition. It ain't got nothing to do with old Bushead though.
How Bushead transition to anything though?
Yeah, I mean, Bushead
transition to anything.
I mean, I don't. And look, I'm sure there's a way, but I ain't gonna try to right now. Right.
I'm interested in seeing.
Cash was, I mean, not Cash, but Sherm was talking about like how it's been a dope, dope year for jazz in terms of jazz releases, which made me think of like some of the movies and different things I've been watching. So like the recommendations I got, like if I had 3 recommendations for movies that drop, it's really 2 recommendations and then me just saying that I saw another one. Because of the 3 that I saw, the 2 that I liked the most, the first one I'm gonna start with is Soul. So yeah, yo, if y'all haven't seen the movie Soul yet, oh my God, it's excellent, man. At least I thought it was excellent. I think the music, man, the jazz that's in it is amazing. Shout out to John Baptiste, the artist from New Orleans. Amazing jazz musician. He was off his twinkle fingers, did his thing in the movie. Jamie Foxx does the voice of the character Joe Gardner. I'm gonna try to give like a spoiler-free review. But yeah, I would just say I'm gonna tell you right now, when the Oscars happen, this is best animated feature, hands down. You know what I mean? Like as a person who watches a lot of animated features, I haven't seen anything this year that I think tackles such a heavy topic. Because it's like what the movie's really about and versus what you think it's about based on the trailer are 2 different things. And to see how they really develop such a like a heavy, like, how they handle such heavy subject matter was extremely impressive. And it's just a dope movie all around. Shout out to who else worked on it? My man from 9 Inch Nails did some of the score as well. And yeah, man, it's just an excellent film. I highly recommend it. You can go ahead and quote me telling you best animated feature is definitely going to be Soul. Pixar just continues to drop amazing movies. It's directed by the same guy who did Inside Out. So if you love Inside Out in terms of how they handled that subject matter, then you'll definitely dig Soul. And shout out, and look, and I told you, Sherm, yesterday when we talked, I immediately thought of you when I saw the barbershop scene, because the authenticity in that particular scene, without going into the details, but in that particular scene, the authenticity in it was super impressive. And I'm sure you can verify that.
Indeed, man. Indeed.
Did you see it, sir?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Oh, we all saw it.
Yeah, that scene, like, it's funny. When you asked me about that before, I was telling you that it didn't occur to me how much that scene resonated with me until you asked me. And it's like, I definitely, like, I was picking it, like, I realized that subconsciously I was picking it apart, and I'm talking about, it was perfect. Like, everything to the dude getting nothing.
Don't do it.
Everything. It was so authentic.
What he said to him walking out the door, I can relate to that.
Oh,
when he was like, I didn't know it was blah blah blah, and he was like, "Yeah, you never asked."
Yeah, man. Yeah.
My favorite part of that though was that Knicks line. That when they was up,
hey, no spoilers, don't do it. Yeah,
man, that was hilarious.
Cracked up.
They definitely dragged the Knicks. It's excellent, man. But yeah, so y'all, three recommendations from all of us, man. It's an excellent movie. One of my favorite things, like in the background, a lot of people don't know about the movie. If you have Disney Plus, you can check out the extras. And so one of the things that I thought was super dope about it is they actually had what's called a culture trust, right? So a culture trust is basically a group of people who are experiencing, like, who have been, grew up or experienced a certain culture for most of their life and are familiar with that culture. And basically they advise the filmmakers or whatever, like, because there's certain people who are part of that culture working on the movie, and then there are certain key people who are helping to develop the movie who are not from that culture. And so basically the Culture Trust helps to keep them in check, to make sure that checks and balances and that the authenticity is there. And it's part of the reason why, as somebody who grew up as a Black person and experiencing the wide variety of like subcultures within the Black experience, they do an excellent job in capturing that, man. And you feel it.
Hey, can you just picture? It's just like they doing the movie, and it's just like a group of brothers and sisters sitting in the background, and after every scene, they turn back and look.
Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, on behalf of the Black delegation, we say, good job. On behalf of the Black delegation, we say, good job. Yeah, that sound like man, like, dude, it was, it's just
dope, it's so dope.
Yeah, it's an excellent flick. I highly recommend everybody check it out. The other joint that is at the top of my recommendation list is Sylvie's Love. Yeah, man, that joint. Sylvie's Love is just an excellent flick. It's an Amazon original. It man, stars Tessa Thompson.
Cheekbone.
Yeah.
Cheekbone.
Right. Who? Tessa Thompson. And what's the brother's name? I forget how you say it. Nnamdi Asomugha. That's the brother who he's a former NFL player who's now an actor. This was actually a Broadway play, I believe, or off-Broadway play that was turned into a film. This man, like, it's I enjoyed it thoroughly. The music is dope. I love the costumes. I love the story, you know what I mean? And just what's really refreshing, and part of the reason why I would recommend it, is dope to see a period piece, like dealing with Blacks in a particular era that is so greatly associated with, racism and like just hard times, and be able to see like what it's like, right? Like when not everything you do is kind of through a white lens, you know what I mean? So I think the movie does a great job of you see there are white people there and stuff like that, but it seems like, the story isn't driven by how they respond to the adversities of dealing with white people. You know what I mean? It just basically just shows their lives and showing them thriving in a time where those problems definitely existed, but it just reminds you that it didn't make them who they are, and it didn't stop them from achieving their goals and all of these different things. I don't want to give too much, but I definitely recommend checking it out. The music is dope. More jazz, you know what I mean? This is how it all ties into what Sherm was saying. A lot of jazz music, great cinematography. I can't sing his praises enough. So I definitely recommend y'all check that joint out too. And Cash, you ain't seen that joint yet?
Which one? Sylvia's thing?
Yeah, Sylvie's Love.
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good joint to watch with the missus, you know what I mean, after the kids are down. Like I hadn't heard of it. Shell went to put it on. If it wasn't for her, I probably would have put on something like real violent. But yeah, it was pretty dope. This man taking a call. Hey, young. hey, watch this. I was about to make you go away, Sherm. So make you go.
It's the kid, man. It was a kid. Man. Make sure one in emergency.
Right. Yeah, man. It's cool. Daddy, the house burning down. Right. Just in the middle of the show. You know what I mean?
Put some old bus head on it.
Put some old bus head on it. Hey, yeah.
The worst, man. The worst. You took time out of your time. You took time out of the subject matter for this.
Oh yeah. Hey, Johnny said Sherm was ordering some more bus head. Oh my God. Oh my God. So in the last the last flick I was gonna talk about was the Wonder Woman 84 joint. Definitely, man. I've been seeing the joint get dragged, right? And I really don't feel how a lot of people feel about it. I will say that there are some moments that I believe were very corny. You know what I mean? It definitely has some corny moments in it, which definitely made me want to check out. But like, I enjoyed it. Like, by the time the movie ended and everything, like, I love this special guest appearance that they had in there. I thought that was a dope nod. And yeah, man, I like I like the storyline overall. I feel like it's a very relevant. Huh? What'd you say? Did you just pause me?
Pause for a second. Well, you did. Something happened on your end. You was talking to someone, and then you came back.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, what was I saying? You know what I'm saying? At what moment did I pause?
I was distracted at the pause.
Okay, my bad. Right. No, I was just trying to find the words. I feel like the storyline and what the overall story is about. Just the theme of it is like, it's still a very relevant, topic in terms of what we deal with, globally, but like in particular here in the United States. You know what I mean, with capitalism and so
it takes place in 1984. That's what I'm assuming by the title, right?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But yeah, man, I would say I've seen a lot of people say how they like the first one more. I'm gonna go with the new one. Now, I might get dragged for it. Don't really care. I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? But I actually enjoyed this more than I enjoyed the first one. And I really liked the first one. But I'm gonna have to revisit it just to see if I still feel that way. You know what I mean? And so, because it actually took me 3 attempts to get through the first one, not because I didn't like it, but like there were parts where it dragged, so I ended up falling asleep on that joint. Yeah, and I paid to see money.
You forgot a movie, bro.
Did it feature any? Okay, go ahead, Sean.
Chadwick's last joint.
Oh yes, thank you, sir. Yes.
Black
yeah. So me go ahead and mush Wonder Woman 84 out of that joint. So Chadwick Boseman is probably, I'm gonna go ahead and say he's probably going to get best supporting actor for his role in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Yeah. I don't doubt it, and not for nothing, I honestly can say that it won't be just because he passed away. It's going to be because he actually destroyed it. Like, he's that damn good, yo. And if he was, and he would have been if he was still alive, he would have been nominated anyway. You know what I mean? Because he kills it.
My man doing action scenes, dying.
Man, he was a real life superhero, bro.
So I held off on watching that movie because I'm just not ready to go there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna see it, but damn, you know what I mean? Like, it still ain't really set in.
Yeah, I feel you.
And it's the holiday time. I ain't really want to be too emotional right now. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
It's an excellent movie, man.
But I don't expect nothing different out of Chadwick and Viola. I don't expect nothing different out of them two.
Yeah, and Viola's definitely, I feel like she's going to get nominated as well, yo. Because
it's been about time. She's very underrated.
Oh yeah, she gets nominated. You know what I mean? Like, she was it? Most people compare her. She gets compared to Meryl Streep a lot. You know what I mean? In terms of, and not because they are similar actors. I think because she's an actress of that caliber. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if you see her in it, even if it's not a great movie, whenever she's on the screen, like,
she's going to deliver.
Yeah, man. Like, for instance, people forget, because Suicide Squad is in one of those movies that get dragged, but she's in that. You know what I mean? And it's like, right. Yeah, and when she's in it, those moments she's in the, those moments that she's on the screen, when you listen to her and her attitude and how she delivers certain things, she's definitely, man, she's dope. She's dope, man. So I hope she gets nominated. I hope she wins. I mean, I'm not sure who else is probably going to be in the mix. Like the one thing that did come to mind won't necessarily be held up against her because it was a TV show. But yeah, speaking of TV shows, and this is the last thing I'll say because my time is up, but definitely if you have not seen The Queen's Gambit yet, that is probably one of my favorite TV shows that I've seen this year after Lovecraft Country. You know what I mean? But Lovecraft was the GOAT this year for TV shows, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that is my time, gentlemen. You know what I mean? Cash, take her to the great wide world of
Steph in the building.
What up,
y'all?
It's stuff, y'all. I can't hit it like she does, but
No.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. Cash, I'm gonna keep singing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it every time you segue to something else. You know what I'm saying? You will say like Washington football team, football. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I got you. Everyone. That's how I feel, Sherm. That's how I feel. Let me be great.
How I meet you on the thing.
Right.
So it's been when we come off March. So much has happened. Of course, COVID has pretty much shown us where value is in sports. And what I mean by that is right now you got athletes popping up left and right. Did y'all hear about that kid from Florida? He plays Florida basketball. Passed out on the court. He just got a dunk. I forget his name. Passed out on the court.
Keontae something.
Yeah, passed out on the court and was in the hospital. Nobody knew what was wrong with him for a long time. Turned out it was COVID. Right now it's affecting everything to the point where I personally feel some kind of way about the the capitalists behind sports, because they're showing you they really don't care about the athletes, nor do they care about their families and who they affect or whatever. At the same time, I do see some irresponsibility from the athletes as well, like Dwayne Haskins after last week's game partying. You know what I mean? Partying after a loss at that. You know what I mean? And being charged $40,000 for breaking protocol. It's been a forced year in sports. The NBA bubble was successful to an extent. They cut the time short for their return to basketball. The new basketball season already kicked up. Why is your football team terrible? Steph, don't do that. Don't do that, Steph. Don't do that, Steph. We win next week and we win the division. You know what I mean? Speaking of my football team, Daniel Snyder made the news again for some allegation that pretty much was covered up for a long time back in 2009. He had paid off another woman who was suing him for sexual harassment. According to Dan Snyder, he feels like he's being extorted because they want him to sell the team. Personally, I hope they do make him sell the team. I think Jeff Bezos, because he's moving into Arlington, Virginia. He's bringing the headquarters to Arlington, Virginia for Amazon. He has his eyes on buying the team. Whether he'll move the team somewhere or not, I'm not sure. But, there's some forces behind the NFL, including some stakeholders for the Washington football team that pretty much want Dan Snyder out. And whatever I got to do to help that happen by continuously spread or the news or whatever, I'm going to do that because it's time for him to go. We've been terrible underneath of him. So many people have been, women have been sexually harassed outside of him. It's just time. 20 years now of just terrible running of the organization, running the franchise, arguments over keeping finally got him to switch the name. It's just been a mess. So
right.
Along with the dysfunction of Washington, along with COVID being what it is, like I don't even know what type of Super Bowl they're supposed to even be having, because that's a big event, and with COVID being here, there is no Super Bowl parties, there is no Super Bowl gatherings. Super Bowl in itself. As you can see, there's no people at stadiums right now, or their stadiums at 25% capacity. So how can you hold one of the biggest events in February and not have any fans? You know what I mean? So things have changed. Things are different. If it was up to me, I would have said cancel all sports for the year until we get the COVID situation done. But here we are.
Yeah. Crazy. I don't know, bro.
Here we are.
Right. Yeah, man. Damn it, Cash. You made me sad.
I'm sorry. You know, it's hard to talk about the good in sports without talking about the things that's affecting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
that's real.
Basketball in itself, you know, it was cool to have a bubble, but realistically, that wasn't something that was going to be maintained for long. You know, they want these stadiums and arenas open. So, you know, and shout out to my Heat for going to toe-to-toe with the Lakers for a minute. I don't care what you say, Sherm. They deserve to be there. They're going to be there again next year, too. Trust me when I tell you. They're going to be there next year.
It's probably a given, man. It's probably a given. I mean, and they done mixed everything up so much. Like, other than that, it's going to be a given. They tailor fit in the damn NBA for LeBron, and it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I don't like that. And right now, there's a force feed for Zion Williamson. They really trying to force feed him, the new phenom from Duke University, who's now entering his second year. You know, they force feeding you him, so you're going to see a whole lot of him, even if the team is trash. You're going to see a whole lot of him. The James Harden situation, that's one to look out for because he's one of the best scorers in the league, but he's unhappy in Houston. But Houston wants like a ton of players for him. And not a lot of teams are willing to budge on that. And the meanwhile, he's being the biggest asshole he can be while in Houston. Already got into a few fights with his teammates. He got into a few fights with his teammates. He was late for their first practice. He was still seen like last week at a party with no mask on, breaking COVID protocols. So he's doing everything he can to get out of Houston. But he did come back and score 44 points and 17 assists and a loss to Portland the other night. So it just goes to show you people will overlook a lot of things if somebody can produce on the basketball court or on the football field. So yeah, that's where we are. It'll sure be more. He ain't hard no more. His belly gone soft. I mean, you know, I said the same thing, Johnny, until I saw him drop 44, and I was like, well,
it's not Harden gonna be Harden, man. Harden is the dude. Like, you can hate him all you want for all the crazy shit he does, but the dude is an amazing scorer. He sucks, like he's a defensive liability, but he's an amazing scorer. He has gotten foul drawing down to an absolute science. That is the thing about him that I absolutely hate. But it is what it is. It's a new league. If you want the old shit, like Hov say, you want to hear my old shit, play my old album, go look at the classics. That's this is the new NBA. So what I do have to ask you, James, is what do you think about this Westbrook being with the Wizards move?
I mean, it's not going to net Washington anything. You know what I mean? It's just going to be selling jerseys because you can't have Westbrook on a team with another superstar or another star on his way to being a superstar like Bradley Beal. Like at some point, that's not going to work.
Beal going to leave.
Yeah, I hope he comes to Miami. You know, but he played in Florida. I hope he does go to Miami. But the problem with Bill was he signed that extension. That's the reason why he's still here now. He signed an extension when he thought John Wall was going to be back. And, you know, they were going to speak on to John Wall. That whole COVID situation just decimated that Houston team. But that's another story. So, yeah, Westbrook is going to be Westbrook. He's going to put up numbers, but what's it going to get you in the end? Maybe a first-round exit. You know what I mean? So
That's it. He's not the answer. He is not the answer.
No. So that is what it is. Stan, I don't hear no music, so we got to talk about that in the background. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so I was telling Sherm before, so part of I think, and we might as well tell them now. So our goal, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching now, and look, me go ahead, show off settings real quick. And then I moved you, Cash. I took your place. I forgot to do this when Sherm was talking, but I got you, Sherm, before we leave. So going forward, because ladies and gentlemen, 3 The Odd Way will not just be a YouTube thing, it will also become a podcast. We're finally moving toward creating a podcast, so to avoid any issues and stuff with our podcast, because we plan on also launching Patreon and doing other things to monetize it. We got to avoid playing other people's content that we don't have permission to play once we start monetizing things. So, this is us moving into that space, so to speak. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we can't, we can't play around with music in other ways and stuff, but we'll talk about that offline. You know what I mean? But thank you for bringing it up, because I wanted to, explain that to folks who might have been thinking the same thing, good sir,
No problem. I'm here to assist.
You know what I mean? But so we got 6 minutes left. Before we go, I wanted to say a couple things. Number one, shout out to Warpath he said he nominates me for was it my most badass verse was New Balance. So thank you, good sir. I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying?
It was Mike Kid, it was like fair time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He did his thing on that too.
Yeah, T. Lucas killed it too. Thank you, man. Thank you. So shout out to our brother T. Lucas, man. Congratulations on all the success you've seen this year. Shout out to the listeners as well, man. Y'all, T. Lucas numbers literally went up nearly 10,000% in every category in terms of listenership. And just, people, it's dope to see a homie that we've known for such a long time come up and get some of that international love as well. And he got more stuff in store. So I'm excited to see what's next for him. Shout out to Steph again. We saw you in the chat. We love you. You know what I'm saying? Sis, my sister from another mister. So what I was going to say before I forget, we mentioned it before. So again, for those of y'all who might have came in late, Substantial Sundays will be ending. However, us doing a show together is not. This is a new beginning, and our new show will be called 3 The Odd Way. You can go ahead and in the description right now and follow us on the social media platforms that are listed, along with making sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on notifications. Please turn on notifications, because you already know they're basically deciding. YouTube and all of these decide what to show you based on your viewing habits or your listening habits. So there's an artist you might really support, but because you haven't been listening to them lately or watching content from those people lately, YouTube won't notify you once they throw up new content unless you have notifications on. So you can make sure you get notified for everything, because once the things start going with our new channel, it's going to be a lot more content than you would have gotten from just waiting for Sundays. That's the goal going forward. So just giving y'all a heads up, be ready for that. And also, sidebar, tomorrow, I got to finish mixing it tonight, actually, if you haven't checked out my wife and I's podcast called Artistry, definitely check that out. Tomorrow is the last episode of the year, and it's the good homie, the brother, Funky DL. So make sure you check out that episode. Yeah, man.
I listened to 20.
Look, homie, we set you up, Sherm. Spotlight, ha.
Hey,
talk about it, Sherm.
Your man's album 20?
Yes.
So I've listened to Funky DL. I've taken your suggestions in earlier years and I've checked out Funky DL. And I was always just like, okay. But bro, 20 is flames. I'm talking about subject matter, delivery, production. It is absolutely flames. I love that album, dog.
Yo.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like this joint, man.
And shout out to the features. The production is excellent. DL does his thing, but shout out to the features on there.
Yeah, the features are fire too.
Fun fact about the features on that joint. So DL, right, in his whole career, up until not too long ago, had never had a regular job. He's only ever done music for a living since he was 17. All right, and he's slightly older than us. And then he took a teaching job, right, at a university to teach music business classes. And so those features that you're hearing on the project, they're students of his, you know what I mean, that he decided to highlight because they were dope. So salute to DL for doing that, and salute to his students for killing it. And
got on there with this dude. It's a like I'm talking about. They are spitting. I forgot what the joint is called. It's like it's early in the joint.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I forgot.
I don't remember the name. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and rock that joint tomorrow. But yeah, man, it's DL's been dope, man, and that project, like, I feel like is a great testament to his skill. He's one of those guys that the people who listen to him, they know already. You know what I mean? And I feel like the people who were doubters, you know what I mean? Like that album, and the fact it's called 20 because it's his 20th studio album, yo. Like, talk about staying power, bro. You know what I mean? Like to maintain a career full time as a musician from the time he was 17 to now. You know what I mean? You can love him or hate him. Fact of the matter is, my man doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know. So salute the Funky DL, man. Got nothing but love for you, bro. He hit me up the other day, man. Such a great dude, you know. And and last but not least, you know, shout out to what's it called again, Cash? What was that beer called? Let you say
Head.
Old Bus. This episode was not brought to you by Old Bus Head, but you might feel like it was. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But dude, hey man, I love y'all, man. It's dope to be doing this. I hope y'all had a lot of fun because I sure as hell did. You know what I mean? And I keep backing up from the mic, like, yeah, man. But yeah. So look, y'all. If you haven't subscribed to the new channel yet, make sure you do that. I still will be sending I still will be doing posts on all of my other sites, just so y'all know. But definitely make sure y'all subscribe to the new channel and get ready for new content. And yeah, fellas, any final words before we dip?
So I'll just give my final review here. Out of the Old Bus Head, you mother. And this 10W40 is fire. It's so full of flavor, man. Like it is definitely like it's palate pleasing. Definitely the favorite of the two for the night. And the pour is really dope because you know you see the 10W40 and you pour it and it's so dark because it's a stout, so it's it kind of looks like oil. The oil can is dope. So F everybody who doesn't like the names and presentations of the two beers brought to you tonight.
You know what I'm saying? Sherm out here giving all this free promo. You know what I'm saying? We got to start charging all these mammals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
We get sponsored by Old Bus Head.
Old Bus Head.
That is never not going to be funny. I hate you, James.
hey, Sherm, I'm putting it on you now to reach out to them because I'm pretty sure if we did an ad for them, they probably would do numbers because it's going to be entertaining. You know what I mean? They can chop up clips from the show and have all the content they need.
We done said the name about 6 or 7 times tonight already.
Right.
Right. Hey man,
Yeah,
I just want to say y'all hold tight. Everybody be safe. Wear your mask.
Absolutely.
Come back. Thanks for bearing with us on this long extended break. It's good. It's good to see a lot of y'all in the chat. And hopefully we see y'all very soon.
Yeah, man. Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. And y'all have an amazing night. And fellas, thank y'all, man. Love y'all, brother.
I love you too, man. Everybody stay safe, be safe.
All right. Let me go ahead and fade this music up a little something slight. Shout out to Malcolm Jackson.
Hey,
right, wear your mask.
What your shirt say?
Conscious head stay lifted.
Nice.
Tony Baker, Kirkpatrick.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, everybody. Peace,
right,
peace.
Peace.